Paul and Barnabas went back to check on the church at Antioch, and it was doing quite well. So they decided that they might just want to split up and spread the gospel even farther. And Barnabas said he was going to take his nephew, Mark, with him. And Mark was living with his mom in Jerusalem. So Barnabas went and got his nephew Mark, who very much loved the Lord. And Paul, in the meantime, he went back. Well, he took a young man from Antioch named Silas, who was a wonderful preacher of the word. And they went back to Lystra, where Paul had been so severely stoned to death, almost to death. But he went right back into the fray. And while he was there, he met a wonderful Christian couple. Oh, was he relieved to find somebody that really loved the Lord. And this couple had a young man, a boy named Timothy. The mama was a converted Jew to the Lord, and the papa of Timothy was a converted Gentile to the Lord. So Timothy's parents were Jew and Gentile, and they raised a wonderful son. They made sure that his first citizenship and heritage was that of the Lord, not of earthly stuff, but of the Lord. And Paul was so happy to meet Timothy. And Paul asked Timothy if he would like to go with him on a missionary journey. Now, he still had Silas, too, with him. And Timothy said, oh, he would love to go. And so Timothy went with Paul and Silas, and they journeyed on to another town called Troas. And in Troas is where one night Paul had a dream, a strong dream, and it was a man that was dressed in armor. And the man said, please come over to Macedonia. We want to hear the word of God. Oh, Paul couldn't refuse that at all. So they set out, and they went from Troas to Macedonia. So it was Paul and Silas and Timothy who gave us the books of 1st and 2nd Timothy in our scriptures in the Bible. And so these three men went to Macedonia, and while they were there, they picked up somebody else who wanted to go with them and tell about the Lord. You know what his name was? He was a doctor, a medical doctor, and his name was Luke. And he gave us the Gospel of Luke. And so now they're over in Macedonia, and they, as they were coming down a hill, they saw a few women that were gathered by a river down there, sitting on rocks, and they went down to talk to them. And as these men all were talking with these, I don't know how many women, it was a few women, and as they were all talking there, of course they told them about Jesus Christ and his salvation, his love, and his coming again. And they all just took it in like crazy. And so they were converted to Jesus Christ. Well, one of the women there, her name was Lydia. And Lydia was known as the seller of purple. And purple, she was a businesswoman, evidently. And she sold purple. This was the material that was so cherished by the Pharisees. They went around with their gold and their purple because it was the most expensive and rarest material you could get. And so that's what the Pharisees were wearing, but the rich people also bought purple from Lydia. And so I'm going to leave it there. So now we have Paul and Silas, and we have Timothy, and now we have Luke. So things are starting to come together a little bit. So I'm going to leave it off right there. Bye-bye.